When I move on to our Ask Anderson segment, where you all have been sending in questions for me to answer on our website and our Facebook page. My team selected a couple for me to answer. I have not seen them ahead of time, which is always a little risky, but, whatever. First up is a question from 16-year-old Hannah in California. Let's watch.
Hi, Mr. Cooper. I hope you're having a great day so far. Out of the hundreds of stories you have reported throughout your journalism career, what was the most emotionally difficult story you have covered before? Thank you so much.
Wow, Hannah, thank you. That's it's a really hard thing. I mean, I've spent a lot of time in a lot of places where I meet people who are really at the lowest point of their life, and it's all of those people that I've met really stay with me, and I think about them to this day. Certainly being in Waveland, Mississippi, and New Orleans, and other spots in around along the Gulf Coast during Katrina was one of the most formative experiences of my life. And the earthquake in Haiti was life changing. The tsunami I was in Sri Lanka for it, but all throughout Southeast Asia. There have been so many places and people that I've seen, but certainly I'd say the earthquake in Haiti and Katrina were just. It's very rare that in news that you're in a place where the story, if you will, is still happening. It's real life. It's happening. It's not just a storm that came and left. It's the aftermath of it, and every day is different, and the horror of it continues for people who are there. And so, a lot of times in news, you go to a place and you're telling a story about something that has already occurred, and you're kind of just retelling it in a way. But these were events that were continuing day after day, week after week, month after month, and for years. So those were probably among the most impactful. Thanks for your question, Hannah, so much. Appreciate it. Next up is a text question from Catherine. She wants to know, what personality traits do you see blooming in Wyatt? That's really interesting. It's so interesting. I imagine all the time, like when I'm trying to sleep, like what's he going to be like when he's like 5 years old, or what's he going to be like when he's an adult? And he's incredibly sweet, and he's he's just very happy. He's just like laughing and sweet. He rarely cries. He just seems to be very mellow. He sleeps, on a schedule. He sleeps a lot. Some of the producers, they're talking in my ear, which is why I got startled for a second. They were saying they want to play one of their favorite moments of me ever, when I announced his birth live to the world, which was just 1 year ago tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wyatt's birthday, April 27th. So let's watch. It's been a difficult time in all of our lives, and there are certainly many hard days ahead. It is, I think, especially important in these times of trouble to try to hold on to moments of joy and moments of happiness. Even as we mourn the loss of loved ones, we're also blessed with new life and new love. So I just wanted to take a moment and share with you some joyful news of my own. On Monday, I became a father. Never actually said that before out loud, and it still kind of astonishes me. I am a dad. I have a son, and I want you to meet him. This is Wyatt Cooper. He is 3 days old. He's named after my dad, who died when I was 10 years old. I hope I can be as good a dad as he was. My son's middle name is Morgan, which is a family name on my mom's side. I know my mom and dad liked the name Morgan because while I was going through her things recently, I found a list they'd made 52 years ago when they were trying to think of names for me. Morgan was on the list. So that's Wyatt Morgan Cooper, my son. He was 7.2 pounds at birth, and he is sweet and soft and healthy, and I am beyond happy. As a gay kid, I never thought it would be possible to have a child, and I'm so grateful for all those who paved the way, and for the doctors and nurses and everyone involved in my son's birth. Most of all, I am eternally grateful to a remarkable surrogate who carried Wyatt, watched over him lovingly, tenderly, and gave birth to him. It's an extraordinary blessing which she and all surrogates give to families who can't have children. My surrogate has a beautiful family of her own, an amazingly supportive husband. I'm also so thankful for all the support that they have given Wyatt and me. And she has kids of her own, and I appreciate their support as well. My family is blessed to have this family in our lives. I do wish my mom and my dad and my brother Carter were alive to meet Wyatt, but I like to believe that they can see him. I imagine them all together, arms around each other, smiling and laughing and watching, looking down on us. Happy to know that their love is alive in me and in Wyatt, and that our family continues. New life and new love. So, yeah, that was, I've never actually watched that. That was a year ago tomorrow. So, yeah. Thanks everyone for your questions. You can watch more of my Ask Anderson Almost Anything videos on our website at cnn.com/fullcircle.